Hi, everybody. We
We're
almost
talking.
missed this. We were talking Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We were getting so excited. We're not going to give any spoilers because I don't know who's seen it or who has not seen it.
It's great. You should
Okay,
watch it.
yes. So, welcome to another episode of So You Want to Lead a Party. This is one of our live builds. We're doing a live build on Evita Peron. She was the oh my gosh, I can't remember which country she was the first lady of.
Argentina.
Thank you. How did that lose my mind? I am so sorry. Yes, she was the first wife. She was very charismatic. She came from an impoverished background. She was an actress. Um, and so, of course, there were some issues because she wasn't supposed to make it as far as she did, being where she came from. She was an actress, so yeah, you could look at her. She's pretty. You could play with her, but she's not supposed to be first lady. She's not supposed to be helping to lead a country.
Mm-hmm.
But she did. And she died at a very young age. Now, as I have said many, many, many times, Reagan loves a musical.
Mm-hmm.
So, all I'm thinking about right now is the musical Evita. That's all I'm thinking about because I called her Evita Peron instead of Eva Peron, because her nickname was Evita. Okay, sorry about that.
Maria
So,
Eva Duarte de Peron, I think.
yes, exactly. See, that's why Nate's here because Nate's a smart one. I'm just the one that rolls the dice and rolls them kind of high, apparently.
Yep.
Before we get into this, we are going to acknowledge what happened today. Today may be a very difficult day for some people. Whether you agree or disagree with what happened, today may be a very difficult day for you. So, what we're going to say is that um, take care of yourself, do what you feel is necessary. If you want to participate and feel that D&D is something that you want to talk about and listen to, we are here to do some D&D. Uh, but this is where we're going to acknowledge what happened, and this is where we're going to stop acknowledging what's going to happen because we're also doing this to kind of take care of ourselves too. Um, I'm not going to speak for Nate, but I feel that we kind of started this whole thing of creating these D&D characters based on heads of state and politicians because there has been so much happening in just the past 13 months that is overwhelming and it's frustrating and it has made me on several occasions want to rip my hair out. That's why I wear this, so I don't rip my hair out. So this, looking at these things through D&D, through the lens of D&D, has helped me a lot in moving forward. So with that, do you want to say anything, Nate? I never want to overshadow my
What?
fellow.
What? What she said.
Okay, what I said. All right, so let's get into our live build of Eva Peron. Here we go. All right. Nate, take it away, buddy.
Okay, doke. So Eva Peron, as Reagan said, well, Eva Duarte, as uh, as she was before she met her husband Juan Peron. Um, wow, yeah, she is charismatic. She's from a slightly more. She's from a small town, if I remember correctly, a small town in Argentina. Um, if I remember the musical correctly. um, she really wanted to go to Buenos Aires and make a name for herself. So she's a from a rural area. She's charismatic. She's an actress. I'm going to say that since she wore a lot of hats and changed herself a bit, I'm gonna go with changeling. What do you say?
Okay. So, I hear you on changeling. I'm going to raise you Kalishtar.
Ooh. Say
Why am I
more.
going to raise you Kalishtar? Because they are from this realm, but also the realm of dreams. She
Oh.
was a dreamer. She wanted to be more than what she was, and she wanted to help others realize their dreams.
Mm. I
Yeah.
like it. Let's do it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Kalishtar?
Counter let's
All
do it.
right. Here we go.
+2
Don't just
wisdom,
as I say do it.
charisma. +2 wisdom, +1 charisma. That's interesting.
Yes. Dual mind, mental discipline, mind linked, severed from dreams.
So they're
So
like
it's
psionic
humanity and renegade spirit.
from the plane of
Yeah.
dreams. Wow.
Right. So she was a renegade at that time.
Uh huh.
She was not living like society said that she should live.
Sure. Okay.
And people loved her for it. You either loved her or you hated her. I really
Sure.
don't think there was very much middle ground with her.
Hmm.
And I believe she died when she was 34, so she was very young.
She died. She died pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Languages.
Yes. So we get to choose a language.
Okay.
Um,
Common, worry, and one other language of your choice.
so with this one, she could speak celestial, or we could go with what I typically choose, which is draconic, or another one, if we wanted to look at her life, possibly undercommon, because she was looking for helping the people who were at the lowest tier of society move up themselves.
Hmm. You've not been to the Underdark before, have you?
I have not been to the Underdark before.
It's an intriguing place. It's terrifying, but because there's a lot of scary things down there that can absolutely murder you. But the races down there are very cool too.
Okay.
Taking her into the Underdark. Let's go to the
Yes.
Underdark. Let's do Undercommon.
All right. Let's go there. All right. So we've got her with that. Now it's time
Uh-huh.
to choose her class.
Okay. So given that she's got a pretty substantial boost to wisdom, I would say cleric or druid or monk would probably work.
Okay.
Um, they're wisdom based casters. Cleric and druid are. She also could be a ranger if she's like a
Mm.
fade, because that's not a terrible bump for a ranger. Um, not too terribly many other ones go off of wisdom, unless
Yeah.
do they have trickery cleric?
Let's see. Not really. We've got our standard
We've got our breakdown
classes.
here.
Yeah.
There is
Monk,
a monk, yeah.
harnessing the body in pursuit of physical and spiritual perfection.
That charisma boost could also be helpful for a bard, considering she was a singer and an actress.
Right. She was playing a role, not just in her career, but also in her life. she played a role and played it very well. I kind of wonder if she had not become ill, what would have happened to her.
Well, her husband wanted to give her the vice presidency, and she refused, I guess.
The reality is, and I think that some people forget this, is that the power isn't in being the head of state. The power is being next to the head of state, but still being amongst the people. That's where the power is at.
What to do? Plus
So,
2 wisdom just seems like too much to. No.
if we did Bard, yeah, you're just looking at charisma, and that does go with her background. Monk also might be part of that because she was a fighter. She was fighting, she was kind of on the front lines, so you could say. She did do some questionable things, especially when it came to the money of the state and things like that. But also, Argentina at that time was going through a lot of transition. That is my euphemism. so again, it was very dangerous what she was doing too.
The colonizers got kicked out, like the English left. Yeah.
She actually could have been assassinated.
Yeah.
If she had not died, she might have been assassinated. Yeah. And if she had lived to old age, there is that point where you could live to old age and find yourself becoming the villain, so as it were. So yeah, interesting. She is a rogue. She's definitely a rogue. She is a bard. Okay. Monk, I feel like that's kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
Possibly ranger. Now, again, it's not relying on the strength that she already has as a Kalishtar, but we can play with that because it's D&D.
Yeah, wisdom does help the ranger's spell casting because the ranger casts spells as using wisdom. So if she gets that +2 wisdom, that could be helpful. But rangers also need dex and con, which we could build up with the ability score improvements.
Right, because it also depends on how we're going to calculate her ability scores. Are we doing a point buy? Are we doing a standard array? Or are we going to roll the dice, as it were? Yeah. So we can play with this.
Let's not. I mean, I'm not. I'm a little bit of an optimizer. I'm a little bit of a min-maxer.
I know, but let's play with this and let's be a little naughty. Let's be a little bad.
Let's get random. Okay.
Okay, so who do you want to do? You want to go full on bard or do you want to go rogue?
Let's go rogue.
Rogue? All right. Rogue it shall be. All right.
Maybe this will work. If it doesn't, whatever.
Right. It's D&D. It'll be fine. Okay, let me bring back the I'm forgetting where I'm at. Let's bring back that. Okay. So, with this, what level do you want to make her?
8?
8? Okay.
Or 9? I don't know.
Let's do her at 8. Now, instead of going through and choosing all this stuff, let's look at the abilities first.
Okay.
And then that'll tell us what to do.
You want to roll some dice. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's roll.
Cool. Let's do it.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. Here we go. Strength. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Strength is a 9. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Dexterity.
Rogues don't need strength.
No, they don't. They do need dexterity, and that's a 12.
It's all right.
Constitution. Constitution is also a 12. Intelligence. I feel like a kid in a candy store. 11.
Wow.
Wisdom. She feels very blah right now.
Yeah.
It's a 10. Okay, let's see what we get with the charisma. Ooh, that hurt. That was an 8.
Wow.
Oh, she is very bland.
Yeah. All right. We can make her a higher level. So get more out of it if you want, but whatever.
We could do that. We could do that. You want to take her to a higher level? What level do you want to take her to?
Let's take her to 12.
Okay, let's take her to 12. All right. Here we go. Proficiencies. Joe, we get to choose 4 rogue skills.
Mm-hmm.
Our choices are, and I'll read this: acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Stealth and perception, I'm very partial to for rogues.
Okay. We're going to have to put in performance because she is Eva Peron.
That's true.
Or Eva Duarte. Okay, so the last skill: acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, persuasion, sleight of hand.
How about acrobatics, performance?
All right, there we go. That's her proficiencies. Expertise, we get 2.
Stealth and something? I don't know.
Okay, so your choices are acrobatics, perception, performance, thieves' tools. She's going to need thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools. Let's do thieves' tools. Yeah.
She's going to need that, especially considering the campaigns that I've seen. You're going to need some thieves' tools. Oh, man, this is so much fun. Okay, roguish archetype. Let's see what we've got here. Arcane trickster, assassin, inquisitive, mastermind, phantom, scout, soul knife, swashbuckler, thief.
What say ye?
Oh, what say I?
Mm-hmm.
If I had to think of one, mastermind popped out to me.
Mastermind is good for like social encounters. If there's a campaign with a lot of manipulation and behind the scenes trickery. So
that works.
Sounds about right for Argentine politics in the 50s.
Yeah. Okay, Master of Intrigue. So we choose a gaming set and a language. So the gaming set is dice set, right?
It can be, yeah. I think so.
Okay, this is the one I never understood. What do they mean by gaming set?
Choose a gaming set. Gaming sets aren't really that useful, I think, so we could probably pick whatever um,
Okay. I
and be
always went
fine
with
with it.
dice set because I'm like, we're playing with dice, so that makes sense to me.
Sure.
I
You
don't
can
know.
run a con with some dice, like yeah, choose a
Okay.
language.
Yeah, two languages we get to choose.
Two languages. Wow.
Yep.
Okay. We already have Quarry, Common, and Draconic.
Right.
Maybe an evil and a good language, or an evil and a
Uh,
neutral.
so celestial and infernal.
Yeah.
All right. That works for me.
Because if she's neutral, she wants to play both sides against the middle, you know?
Yep. Okay, so we get 4 ability score improvements.
We're going to need a lot of dexterity.
All right, so let's hit that dexterity until we can't hit it no more. All right, dexterity
We might
and
need a
dexterity.
con in there as well, and maybe some
Okay,
whiz.
okay, well, we've got 4. So do you want to do one con, one whiz, and then the third one, dexterity?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 expertises. Acrobatics,
Um,
perception, performance.
Perception.
Okay. And one more.
Per. It was acrobatics, perception,
Or
and performance.
performance.
Let's do acrobatics because
Okay.
she'll perform for the. Yeah, she might be
All
able to
right.
climb something.
So this next ability score, I will hit dexterity again, like we agreed to. Oh, nope, that was intelligence. No, didn't mean to do that. Dexterity, then wisdom, and then con. Hee hee. This is going to be a very interesting character.
Yes.
And the cool thing about this is that we can always go back and change her because this
Yeah.
is D&D. You can't go back and make a change. All right. There we go. So, 87 hit points, level 12. We did the ability scores. All right. Description. We need to choose her background.
Considering she tried to rally the working classes to her cause, that
Mm-hmm.
says to me possibly folk hero.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not sure. What do you think?
So, okay. So we have here, we can choose Outlander because she was not a part of
That's
that
true.
social class.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we can choose folk hero, or we can choose entertainer,
Ha!
or
I like
charlatan.
entertainer.
Entertainer.
Oh, charlatan's a good one.
All right,
Although it's
charlatan it
yeah,
is.
yeah. I like that
Okay,
background.
so we need to choose tools. So we already
Uh,
should have thieves' tools.
yep.
Uh, so for
A
this
disguise
one,
kit.
huh?
A disguise kit.
Disguise kit.
Is it in
Don't.
there?
Nope, it's not.
What other kinds of tools are there?
Okay, so if we're thinking about her, we've got Tinker's tools. We've got Poisoner's kit,
Ooh.
Navigator's tools, Jeweler's tools, so that she can take those jewels out of your rings.
Mm-hmm.
and cartographer's tools.
I like jeweler's tools and poisoner's kits.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because, politics is such a dirty business.
It really
Uh,
is. I do not understand why people go into that. I really don't. Okay, suggested characteristics. I fall in and out of love easily and am always pursuing someone. Joke for every occasion. Flattery is my preferred trick. I lie about almost everything.
even when there's no good reason to. Um, I keep multiple holy symbols on me and invoke whatever deity might come in useful at any given moment.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did you see the Mummy movie?
Yeah.
The bad guy where he just started pulling up and he kept doing all the prayers until he. That was one of the best scenes in a movie because it told you everything about that character and just was hilarious. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man.
It sounds like
Um,
that one tickles you.
well, I also was tickled by the fall in and out of love easily because
Sure.
goodbye and thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that song. Dun, 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 dun. And which one got you for personality traits? Because we could choose two.
Oh. Let's do. Flattery is my preferred trick for getting what I want.
Okay.
It seems mastermindy.
Yeah. Ideals.
I
One.
distribute the money I acquire to the people who really need it. I
Okay.
never. The debt because she was after getting money for the Descomisados, right? The shirtless one,
Yes, but there was also the
but
way that she
not
went about it.
really.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, two. I mean, six. Check out six.
Aspiration. I'm
I'm
determined to
det-
make something of myself.
That's
Yeah.
very much seems to be her. Okay,
Yeah.
bonds.
I owe everything to my mentor, a horrible person who's probably rotting in jail somewhere. You know what? I
Yeah.
gave that. I gave that attribute to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I owe everything to my president, a horrible person who probably ought to be in jail. Um, yeah, she's a she's an awful person. Um,
If you think about, okay, if we just take it from the musical,
yes,
um, she was brought to Buenos Aires by an older man
yes,
who
Magali.
then, right, who then abandoned her.
Mm-hmm.
And if he had not brought her to Buenos Aires, I think I'm definitely mispronouncing it.
I am
Would
too.
she have ever made it?
Maybe not.
Which right. So while he wasn't her mentor, uh, he did not make it as far as she did.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, and flaws.
Uh, huh. I'm convinced that no one could ever fool me the way I fool others. That one is an intriguing one.
Okay.
I
All
like that.
right, we've got that. Now, let us choose our equipment. Because she's a rogue, she's going to have to keep it light. Got to keep it light.
Sword. You need a sword and some sword and a crossbow at least.
Okay, so we could do a light crossbow, and do you want a rapier
Yeah.
or do you want a sword?
Rapier is a versatile sword. Yeah. The D8.
Okay.
She's a rogue, so she can do sneak attack damage with it too.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
And then are we putting her in a light armor?
Probably. Yeah. Like studded leather.
Okay. Studded leather. Ooh, smoldering armor.
Hmm.
What is smoldering armor?
Is it like a magic armor?
Wisp of harmless, odorless smoke rise from this armor while it's worn.
That's weird. Okay.
That
It's like
is
some
weird.
flavor. It's like it doesn't really do anything. Like it just
I
smokes.
guess I guess it just makes it smoky so you look cool.
I mean, I cannot help but notice what date it is today. Allegedly.
So we're going with smoldering leather armor.
Can we get studded because it's like slightly higher AC?
Okay,
Just because,
I'll do
yeah.
I'll do studded. It weighs
Studded
10
smoldering.
pounds. It's
Studded
studded and it's
smoldering.
smoldering.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I have never seen that before. I wonder
That
if
is.
it's because of the ratios.
Oh, Kalashtar. Yeah.
Okay, so wield, and wear. Okay, here we go. Whew. I think I hit the right button. Yes, I did hit the right button. Okay, we're waiting. It's going to take my computer a little while because my computer can't handle all this stuff.
Boodly 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 boo.
I know.
Boodly 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 boo boo.
I know. Oh, this is. I'm a little concerned.
Anticipation.
Oh, that was also a very physical. Also, if I'm not mistaken, okay, oh yeah, okay,
Dex. Dex, baby. All right.
16, yeah, Constitution
Initiative plus
14,
three.
Wisdom 14.
Eh,
Our armor's
not bad.
kind of low. Let's see how we're doing on other stuff. Our passive perception is a 20. That's good. Acrobatics a
Expertise and
plus 11.
perception.
Her deception is kind of low, but her perception is good. Sleight of hand and her
Sleight of
stealth is
hand.
also good too.
Expertise. Yep.
Yeah.
You get to double that proficiency bonus. Rogues are neat when
Yeah.
it comes to skills. Combat with them can get a little repetitive, but it's still really satisfying to roll all that sneak attack dice. It's really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so her attack, yep, sneak attacks.
I think she's at like
Her
5 or 6d6 by this point.
Okay, so here, when you're using Mind Link to speak telepathically to a creature, you can use your action to give that creature the ability to speak telepathically with you for 1 hour. Okay.
Neat.
Yeah. Cunning action, you can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. You can use the help action as a bonus action. When you use the help action to aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of that attack must be within 30 feet. Okay.
You can help as a
Sneak
bonus
attack.
action. Sneak
Insightful
attack.
Manipulator.
Can learn whether it is your equal, superior, or inferior in any two of its int, whiz, charisma scores, or class levels, if any. If it's a big monster, though, then it's a big monster.
Right.
Reliable talent. You can treat. That's a good one. You can treat any d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So you can't roll lower than a 10. That's a cool rogue feature.
Okay.
And then 6d6 of damage.
Yeah.
Rogues, baby.
Yep.
That's what. So 1d8 plus 3 plus 6d6.
Yeah, she's a little squishy.
Yeah.
She's a little squishy. So let's try something.
You gonna multi-class?
Well, we can multi-class if you want a multi-class. Do you want a multi-class?
Or you wanna? What were you thinking?
I was thinking, let's see what she looks like if we take her up to level 20.
Up to 20. Okay.
Yeah. Let's turn this up to 11, baby. This is going to take it a little while. Okay. Let's see what happens. Take this all the way up. Let's see what she can do. Okay, so we take her up to...
more con.
So we get 2 more to improve to ability scores.
Dex up to 18.
So which one do you want to do?
Con up to 16 would probably be,
okay.
I think. Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Or we could do Dex to 20.
We could do Dex up to 20. Do you want to do that?
Sure. I mean, in terms of squishiness, rogues are also very mobile. They have a thing.
Right.
If they get hit with something, they can choose to, as a reaction, perform an uncanny dodge maneuver to have that attack's damage against them, which is not bad. And then for evasion, if they're targeted by, if they're in an area that's being targeted by an area of effect spell, like a fireball, they can, if they would take half damage, they instead take no damage.
Oh, nice.
Rogues are neat. They're all about movement, though. So you gotta keep them moving.
Yeah, you do. But see, I think the problem is that her charisma. So yeah, we're hitting we've got the expertise on her acrobatics, her perception, and her stealth.
Mm-hmm.
But her persuasion is like a -1.
Oh yeah, we did not take proficiency in persuasion.
Yeah.
She was? Yeah.
So she could do some damage, definitely. But yeah.
In terms of the social aspect of it.
Yeah. She's not as sparkly as some of our other characters.
Yeah.
Okay. So
she also doesn't have any magic, really. Like, she's got some magic could possibly help with like glamming things up a little bit.
Well, okay, if we look at her the person, her glamour was in her appearance and her ability to speak and connect with people. So if we were truly playing this character, we would have to do something with the charisma.
Yes.
The charisma is where it would have to be at.
The one thing that I like about a swashbuckler archetype of rogue is that they're a bit more beefed up in their charisma. They're kind of like a Three Musketeers type, or think Inigo Montoya.
Ah, yes. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
He's a swashbuckler.
Yes.
So, but like very charismatic too, like able to persuade people, able to charm, things like that.
Okay, so if she were a male actor, then she would have probably played the swashbuckler type male character. Because women couldn't play swashbucklers at that time. They can now.
Could have
Thank you to Gina Davis.
Yes. Thank you, Cutthroat Island.
I'm glad you got that.
Such a film. Like, what a film that is. Something else that rather intrigued me before about the sorcerer class. Sorcerers run on charisma. The wild magic sorcerer, you get to roll on a table to see about. Are we changing? We're changing things up. Okay.
Yeah, I want to kind of see. I'm just to see how it goes, but I am listening to you. I am definitely to you. I hear you.
Sorcerers. The wild magic sorcerer seems to fit thematically. They're like fey touched. They're like touched by their magic comes from chaos. They also can intrigue and beguile. They get proficiency in social skills like charisma, persuasion, intimidation, deception, etc. You're tinkering. I like to tinker.
I'm tinkering.
Too.
I'm tinkering just to see how I would like her.
With her, it's probably with a rogue. It's probably with a swashbuckler rather. It's probably Dex, Con, Charisma in that order. Possibly.
For this one, I did dexterity and charisma.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you got her beefed up a little bit there.
So her points took a hit. But
she's pushing for a level 20.
I think her okay, so her persuasion sucks. But her deception is nice. Her deception is +7. Passive perception is still good.
We can still. This is the thing. The roguish archetype thing is just. It has some mechanics that help you do some stuff in some situations, but it's really about how you play the character too.
Well, yeah.
So
that was our discussion when we were making our Marjorie Taylor Greene character. Like if her character faced off with the live build character that we made of Dr. Fauci, it depends on how it's being played. It depends on the context of what you're playing it in, because rogues, for me, don't feel like standalone characters. Clerics, you could do that with, potentially.
Paladins, for sure.
Right. Paladins, clerics, you could potentially do that. But for rogues, sorcerers, warlocks, they kind of need others there with them. Buddies. Yeah. They need their pals. They need their pals. Okay, so you were thinking possibly a sorcerer for her?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what that looks like. If we keep everything else with her, and then go sorcerer. That means we're going to have to choose spells.
We would choose spells. We'd probably have to change her stats too, because we'd have to basically move dexterity over to charisma.
Right. Okay, so let's change her class. And let's see what D&D Beyond makes us do. All right, so I want to X out of class, so confirm.
You let down
All right.
the people, Evita.
And then sorcerer. Oh my gosh, that a few of those songs were definitely on my work mix that I would listen to every single day. Okay, so proficiencies. We have 2 skills to choose: Arcana, Deception, Charlatan, Insight, Intimidation, Persuasion, Religion.
You want to beef up that persuasion, didn't you?
Okay, so Persuasion, and then what's the second one?
Deception.
Okay. Let's see what that
Although,
looks like.
no, that background proficiency. Hang on.
Okay.
Sorry. Whoops. I forgot that she's still a charlatan.
Okay, so we actually, if you want her to be a charlatan, Deception was a good one.
Is already in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's already in there. So maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. So maybe Arcana?
Okay, so Arcana? Okay.
Or something else?
Okay. Her origin. Aberrant, clockwork, divine, draconic, shadow, storm, or wild?
Wild magic.
Okay. This one I'm going to let you all choose.
Okay.
Choose. We get 2 level 3 options and a level 10 option. So, careful spell, distant spell, empowered spell, extended spell, heightened spell, quickened spell, seeking spell, subtle spell, transmuted spell, and twinned spell.
Let's do quicken.
Okay. And then you get a second one for level 3.
Let's do heighten for that one.
Okay. And then for level 10.
Subtle.
Subtle? Okay. All right, and now we're looking at 3 ability score improvements.
Oh, goodness.
So let's go back to abilities. These are her abilities that we rolled.
She needs charisma. Like, whoa.
Okay.
So. Oh, that
okay,
hurts
so you want to
so much.
You want to hit charisma as much as possible?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then while I'm doing this, do you want to start thinking about spells?
Yeah.
Okay.
A thing I really like about the Wild Mage is every time you cast a spell of first level or higher, the DM makes you roll. If it's below a certain number, I think if it's below a 9, then the DM decides basically an effect, like a weird effect, is going to happen to you.
Oh. Oh, okay.
It's unpredictable. It's wacky. But it's also, it seems like kind of fey and weird because she's a little on she's a little unpredictable. She's going to keep them.
She's very
going to keep
unpredictable.
those folks. She's going to keep those folks on their toes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right, you get 6 cantrips and you get 12 spells, levels 1 through 6.
Could we get? I like dancing lights.
Okay.
Dancing lights, firebolts. Mage hand.
Okay.
That's a good one. Prestidigitation.
Okay. Say that 3 times fast.
Prestidigitation, prestidigitation, prestidigitation.
I think you have 2 more.
Prestidigitation, prestidigitation, prestidigitation.
Okay, 2 more.
Prestidigitation.
No, but choose 2 more cantrips. Oh my god.
Could you scroll upwards, please?
Yes.
Minor illusion.
What makes me feel so bad is that I didn't catch on to what you were doing until it's too late. 1 more spell.
Message.
Okay. All right, so those are your cantrips. Now you've got 12 spells that you can choose level 1 through 6.
Cool. For first level, let's do absorb elements.
Okay.
Chromatic orb.
Chromatic orb, okay.
12 spells. Sorcerers don't know that many spells, so that's rough. Can we scroll down to mage armor? I think we got mage armor in here somewhere. Shield.
Okay.
And then can we go to second level?
Okay.
Can we go down to mirror image?
Mirror image. Okay.
Misty step.
Yep, that's always a good one.
Keep going. Down to third level.
All right. Tasha's mind whip. That was interesting.
Dispel magic.
Okay.
Well, fireball is a classic.
Yep.
Oh, counter spell. Maybe counter spell. Let's get counter spell. Yeah.
Counter spell. Okay.
And then let's go maybe to fourth level and get banishment.
Okay.
Fifth level. I don't know how many more we have left.
You've got 5th and 6th level, and for the number of spells that you have left, you can do 2 more.
2 more. Okay. La 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 la. Let's go
So I'm at 5th level.
do hold. Yeah, hold monster.
Okay. 1 more.
And la la la. Let's go to 6th level. It's probably a good 6th level spell. Oh dang. Let's do mass suggestion, because she would be able to tell an entire group what to do.
Yep.
With that.
All right. And next is, we already did her description. Do you want to change equipment since she is a sorcerer?
I mean, she's not proficient in any of this stuff anymore, except for the light crossbow. So she gets no armor and pretty much no weapons except for the crossbow. So
Okay. Let's see what she looks like.
let's see what she looks like. Yeah.
All right. It's going to take a second. Drum roll. I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Prestidigitation. I still can't prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. Yeah, it's a difficult word. It's too many of the D sounds with the G sound. It's yeah. Prestidigitation. Okay, so here's ooh.
Yeah.
She's squishy.
That's why she knew. Yeah. That's why those stats were harsh.
Oh, she very she.
But she's also got magic.
We would have to redo her ability scores and everything. Ooh, no. Okay, so lesson learned.
Yep.
Ew. Oh man, she would. Oh,
That's what you get when you roll stats, Like, there's a
yeah.
risk.
There was very much a risk. She actually would have been better off as a rogue than as a sorcerer with those stats. Those stats were very
12.
bland. Those stats were exceptionally bland for a woman that was anything but bland. So the dice
they can't all be
spoke.
winners.
No, they
can't all be
cannot.
winners.
No, they cannot.
You just
All
do the
right.
best you can.
Yeah. Well, folks, thank you for joining us for our live build. We will be back on Sunday doing a live build for our recorded episode for Tuesday, and then we'll be back on Tuesday with another live build, and hopefully the dice will be nicer to us. We will see. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you all so very much. Good night. And again, take care of yourself. It's just an extremely difficult time right now. I don't want to upset anybody or anything like that, but take care of yourself. Do what you need to do so that you make it through. All right. Be well.
Be
Bye.
well.